Have you ever felt a little slower than you used to? A bit more tired after a meal? Or perhaps those aches and pains seem to linger a bit longer than they once did? It's easy to blame it all on just getting older, isn't it? We often shrug and say, well, that's just how it is. But what if I told you that some of the very foods we enjoy, especially certain meats we've eaten for years, might actually be silently contributing to how you feel, gradually undermining your energy, and perhaps even shortening your vibrant years? It's a powerful truth many of us overlook. But it's crucial as we move past 65. You see, our bodies change in remarkable ways as we age, and what nourished us perfectly in our younger days can sometimes become a burden now. In this heartfelt conversation, we're going to gently explore 4 types of meat that, while seemingly harmless or even comforting, might be slowly stealing your vitality. We'll uncover why they're problematic for our bodies in this stage of life. And more importantly, we'll talk about the wonderful, delicious alternatives you can embrace to feel your absolute best. Stick with me to the very end, because I promise you, there's something waiting for you that will genuinely surprise you and could be a true game changer for your health and happiness. Let's begin with the first type of meat we really need to reconsider, especially as we sail past our mid-60s, those ever-so-convenient processed meats. I'm talking about the bacon sizzling in the pan, the sausages at breakfast, those deli slices we pile onto sandwiches, hot dogs at a barbecue, or even the pepperoni on your favorite pizza. For years, these have been staples in many kitchens, quick and easy solutions for a meal, but as comforting as they may seem, they come with a hidden cost to your well-being. The main concern with processed meats boils down to 3 big issues: an overload of sodium, the presence of nitrates and nitrites, and a generous helping of unhealthy fats. Let's talk about sodium first. These meats are absolutely loaded with salt, not just for flavor, but as a crucial preservative. While a little salt is essential, the sheer quantity in processed meats can wreak havoc on your cardiovascular system. As we age, our blood vessels can become a bit stiffer, and our kidneys might not be as efficient at flushing out excess sodium. This extra salt forces your heart to work harder, pushing blood through your system with more force, which often translates to higher blood pressure. High blood pressure, as you know, is a silent threat, gradually increasing your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and kidney disease. You might notice symptoms like swollen ankles, a feeling of being bloated, or simply a general sluggishness, and these could be your body signaling that it's struggling with too much sodium. Then there are nitrates and nitrites. These are chemical compounds used in processed meats to preserve their color, prevent bacterial growth, and enhance flavor. While they occur naturally in some vegetables, the way they are processed and cooked in meats can transform them into substances called nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Extensive research has linked regular consumption of processed meats to an increased risk of certain cancers, most notably colorectal cancer. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? That something so common could carry such a serious long-term risk. Your digestive system is particularly vulnerable to these compounds. And over time, constant exposure can lead to cellular changes that might pave the way for disease. It's not about eating one slice of ham, but rather the cumulative effect of having these meats as a frequent part of your diet. Finally, processed meats are often packed with saturated fats and other unhealthy fats. These fats contribute to elevated levels of bad cholesterol in your blood, leading to the buildup of plaque in your arteries. This narrowing and hardening of the arteries, known as atherosclerosis, further strains your heart and increases your risk of heart disease. Beyond that, these fats can promote systemic inflammation throughout your body, which is now understood to be a root cause of many chronic, age-related conditions. From arthritis to cognitive decline, they're essentially adding fuel to an inflammatory fire your body is already working hard to put out. So, what can you do? It's not about deprivation, but about embracing delicious and truly nourishing alternatives. Think about reducing the frequency of these meats, instead of daily. Perhaps make them an occasional treat. When you do buy deli meats, look for options labeled no nitrates or nitrites added, although even these can still be highly processed. But the real game changer comes from choosing fresh, lean proteins. Imagine starting your day with a delightful omelet bursting with colorful vegetables like spinach and bell peppers, or a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries and a handful of nuts. For lunch, instead of a ham sandwich, how about a roasted chicken breast sandwich on whole grain bread with avocado, or a vibrant salad with chickpeas and grilled salmon? You could roast a turkey breast or a whole chicken at the start of the week and use the leftovers for sandwiches, salads, or quick stir-fries throughout the next few days. This way, you control the ingredients, the salt, and the fat. Think about those comfortable breakfast rituals with crispy bacon every morning. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? But imagine replacing just a few of those breakfasts with something truly vibrant. A lovely omelet bursting with fresh herbs from your garden. Or a simple bowl of Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of walnuts and a drizzle of honey. The shift isn't about giving up pleasure. It's about inviting more genuine nourishment, more sustained energy, and less internal burden into your daily routine, making your own chicken salad with fresh ingredients, or even a healthier version of homemade sausage patties using lean ground turkey and your own spices, can be incredibly satisfying and much kinder to your body. It allows you to rediscover the joy of food that genuinely supports your well-being. Now that we've gently approached the topic of processed meats, let's turn our attention to another category that often finds its way onto our plates, sometimes without us fully appreciating its impact as we get older. The second type of meat we need to talk about is a staple for many, deeply woven into our culinary traditions. But it's about how much and which cuts we choose. I'm referring to excessively fatty red meats. Think about those marbled ribeyes, generously fatty lamb chops, or certain cuts of pork belly and ribs. While red meat can offer important nutrients like iron and B vitamins, consuming it frequently, especially the fattier cuts, can introduce challenges for our aging bodies. The primary concern here, much like with some processed meats, is the high content of saturated fat and cholesterol. These are the fats that, when consumed in excess, can contribute directly to heart disease. They can raise your LDL, or bad cholesterol levels, which leads to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, progressively narrowing them and stiffening your blood vessels. This not only puts your heart at higher risk, but can also impact circulation to your brain, potentially affecting cognitive function over time. Imagine trying to drive a car with partially clogged fuel lines. It just won't run as efficiently. Your body works much the same way. Beyond the cardiovascular impact, fatty red meats can be quite a burden on your digestive system as you age. Our digestive enzymes can become a little less robust. And our gut microbiome, that vast community of beneficial bacteria in our intestines, can be sensitive to what we eat. A meal heavy in saturated fat can be slow to digest, leading to feelings of sluggishness, bloating, and discomfort. For some, it might even contribute to constipation or other digestive woes. Your gut is often called your second brain for good reason. Its health profoundly impacts your energy levels, your mood, and even your immune system. Consistently challenging it with difficult-to-digest foods can leave you feeling less than your best. Furthermore, excessive consumption of red meat, particularly the fattier varieties, has been linked to increased systemic inflammation in the body. While inflammation is a natural healing process, chronic low-grade inflammation is a silent enemy, lurking behind many age-related conditions. It can exacerbate joint pain from arthritis, contribute to the progression of diabetes, and even impact brain health. The compounds produced when these meats are cooked at high temperatures, especially charred or well done, can also contribute to this inflammatory load. So, what are the actionable steps here? It's not necessarily about eliminating red meat entirely if you enjoy it, but rather about making smarter choices. Opt for leaner cuts like sirloin, round steak, or flank steak, and choose pork loin or tenderloin over fattier chops or bacon. Practice portion control. A serving size should generally be about the size of a deck of cards, not a plate-filling slab. Consider having red meat perhaps once or twice a week, rather than several times. And when you do, pair it with a generous portion of colorful vegetables and whole grains. Even better, start to incorporate more plant-based meals into your routine. Lentil soup, bean chili, or a hearty vegetarian lasagna can be incredibly satisfying and provide a wealth of fiber, vitamins, and minerals without the inflammatory burden. Explore the wonderful world of fish and poultry as your primary meat sources. Baking, grilling, or stewing are far kinder cooking methods than pan frying with butter or deep frying. Imagine a beautifully baked salmon with roasted asparagus, or a fragrant chicken stew brimming with root vegetables. These meals are not only lighter on your digestive system, but also packed with nutrients that actively support your heart, your brain, and your overall vitality. Remember those classic Sunday roasts? They hold so many wonderful memories, but perhaps instead of a giant portion of prime rib every week, we might opt for a smaller, leaner cut less often. Surrounded by a mountain of colorful roasted vegetables and a light gravy. It's about balance, about moderation, and about embracing foods that uplift you, rather than weighing you down. Moving right along, let's talk about something many of us find irresistibly delicious but can be quite taxing on our bodies as we age: deep-fried meats. I'm talking about that golden, crispy fried chicken, the battered fish and chips, or any breaded cutlet that's been submerged in a vat of hot oil. The allure of that crunch, that rich flavor, is undeniable, but it comes at a significant cost to your long-term health. The core issue with deep-fried meats lies in the cooking method itself and the types of oils typically used. When foods are deep-fried, especially repeatedly or at very high temperatures, the cooking oils can undergo chemical changes. This can lead to the formation of unhealthy trans fats and a high concentration of saturated fats. Trans fats are particularly detrimental to heart health, raising bad cholesterol and lowering good cholesterol, significantly increasing your risk of heart disease. Furthermore, deep frying rapidly infuses the meat with a massive amount of calories and unhealthy fats, contributing to weight gain and overall metabolic stress on your system. Imagine filling your body with fuel that not only runs inefficiently, but also leaves harmful residues behind. Beyond the fats, deep frying at high temperatures creates harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Don't let the technical name scare you. Just think of them as tiny cellular troublemakers. These AGEs are formed when sugars and proteins or fats react during high heat cooking. And they are like little microscopic sticky substances that can build up in your body. When AGEs accumulate, they contribute to oxidative stress and chronic inflammation, playing a role in accelerating the aging process and the development of numerous age-related chronic diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, and even Alzheimer's. Your body has to work extra hard to process and eliminate these compounds, diverting energy from other vital functions. Digestion also takes a hit. Greasy, deep-fried foods are much harder on your digestive system, particularly your liver and gallbladder, which are responsible for processing fats. You might experience indigestion, heartburn, or that heavy, lethargic feeling after a meal that's been deep-fried. Your body just isn't designed to handle such a large influx of unhealthy fats and complex, altered compounds on a regular basis, especially as digestive efficiency naturally declines with age. The wonderful news is that you don't have to give up delicious, crispy meat. The solution lies in how you prepare it, instead of deep frying. Embrace healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, roasting, or even using an air fryer. An air fryer, in particular, can achieve that satisfying crispiness with just a fraction of the oil, often resulting in food that tastes remarkably similar to fried versions, but without the detrimental health consequences. Imagine a beautifully seasoned piece of chicken, baked until golden and crispy in an air fryer, or a perfectly grilled fish fillet with a delicate char. You get the texture, the flavor, and the enjoyment without the heavy oil and the subsequent energy crash that often follows a greasy meal. Explore different spices and herbs to add flavor instead of relying on the fat from frying. A sprinkle of paprika, garlic powder, or a blend of Italian herbs can elevate a simple baked chicken breast into a culinary delight. If you do pan fry, use a minimal amount of heart-healthy oils like olive oil or avocado oil, and keep the heat moderate. It's about being mindful and creative in the kitchen, finding ways to enjoy your favorite foods in a way that truly nourishes and supports your body. Who doesn't love the crunch of fried chicken? But have you tried a beautifully seasoned piece of chicken, baked until golden and crispy in an air fryer? You get the texture without the heavy oil and the subsequent energy crash. And you might even discover you prefer the lighter, cleaner taste. Finally, let's explore the fourth category, which often hides in plain sight. Especially when we're pressed for time or looking for convenience, the mystery meats found in many fast food offerings and ultra-processed convenience meals. This isn't about any specific animal, but rather the quality, composition, and often bewildering array of additives in the meat components of things like fast food burgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets, or the meat in many frozen dinners and microwavable meals. The core problem here is often the low quality of the meat itself, combined with a cocktail of problematic ingredients. Many fast food and ultra-processed meats are made from what's often referred to as mechanically separated meat, or they contain fillers, binders, artificial flavors, and a host of preservatives designed to extend shelf life and enhance palatability, often at the expense of nutritional value. You're not getting a pure cut of protein. You're getting a highly engineered product that may bear little resemblance to its original form. It's like building a house with cheap, flimsy materials. It might stand for a bit, but it won't stand the test of time or harsh conditions. Beyond the questionable quality, these mystery meats are almost universally loaded with an excessive amount of sodium, unhealthy fats, often trans fats or highly refined vegetable oils, and sometimes even hidden sugars. This is a triple whammy designed to make these foods incredibly addictive, ensuring you keep coming back for more, while simultaneously wreaking havoc on your body. The high sodium contributes to blood pressure issues. The unhealthy fats promote inflammation and heart disease. And the sugars can lead to metabolic imbalances, insulin resistance, and weight gain. It's a recipe for chronic inflammation and a gradual decline in overall health. What these meals also lack is crucial for our health: fiber, vitamins, and truly beneficial nutrients. They are often empty calories, meaning they provide a lot of energy but very little in the way of the essential building blocks our bodies need to thrive. When you fill up on these, you're displacing nutrient-dense foods like fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, which means your body is missing out on the vital support it needs to repair, regenerate, and function optimally. This constant inflammatory burden from these highly processed foods can contribute to everything from digestive upset to mental fogginess and a general lack of energy. So, what's the path forward? The most powerful step you can take is to prioritize home-cooked meals. When you cook for yourself, you are in control of the ingredients, the quality of the meat, and the cooking methods. It doesn't have to be complicated or gourmet. A simple roasted chicken, a hearty homemade soup with a lean ground turkey, or even a basic stir-fry with fresh vegetables and a lean protein can be incredibly nourishing and satisfying. If you find yourself needing to eat out, make conscious choices. Look for options that feature grilled meats, salads with lean protein, or simple, unprocessed components. Ask questions about how the food is prepared for convenience meals at the grocery store. Read labels carefully, look for minimal ingredients you recognize, and prioritize whole foods over highly processed mixtures. That quick burger from the drive-thru might seem like an easy fix when you're tired or on the go, but consider how much better you'd feel with a simple homemade turkey sandwich on whole grain bread with a side of fresh fruit, or a bowl of hearty lentil soup you prepared yourself. It's about choosing true nourishment over fleeting convenience and recognizing that your body deserves the very best fuel you can give it. Now that we've shed light on these 4 types of meats, the processed varieties, the excessively fatty red cuts, the allure of deep-fried delights, and the hidden dangers in those fast food mystery meats, you might be wondering, what's the big picture here? And how can I actually make these changes without feeling overwhelmed or deprived? The common thread connecting all these meats is their potential to burden our system, contribute to systemic inflammation, strain our heart, and gradually steal our precious vitality as we age. But let me reassure you, this isn't about perfect eating. It's about making conscious, informed choices. Every small step you take, every mindful decision at the grocery store, or every time you choose to prepare a meal at home, adds up to a significant positive impact on your health and well-being. Think of your body not just as something that ages, but as a magnificent, well-loved classic car. You wouldn't put just any fuel into it, would you? You'd give it the best, the cleanest, the most appropriate fuel to keep it running smoothly, reliably, and beautifully for years to come. Your body deserves that same care, that same respect. Especially now, this conversation isn't about deprivation or harsh restrictions. It's about empowerment. It's about choosing to feel lighter, more energetic, sharper mentally, and more vibrant in your everyday life. Imagine waking up with less stiffness, having more sustained energy for your hobbies, for spending quality time with your grandchildren, or simply for living the full, rich life you truly want to live. These dietary shifts can lead to reduced inflammation, better digestion, a healthier heart, a sharper mind, and can even help you maintain a healthier weight, potentially leading to a longer, more active lifespan. The benefits ripple through every aspect of your being. So, how do you begin? Start small. Maybe it's as simple as replacing bacon with eggs or oatmeal a few mornings a week, or choosing grilled fish instead of fried on your next outing. Perhaps it's just being more mindful when you're tempted by a fast food craving, and consciously opting for a healthier alternative. Listen to your body. It often tells you exactly what it needs and what it doesn't. After a meal, do you feel energized and light, or sluggish and heavy? That's one of the most powerful clues you can get. Crucially, focus on what you can eat, not just what to avoid. Embrace the wonderful world of vegetables. Fill half your plate with them at every meal. Explore new fruits, whole grains like quinoa or farro, legumes like lentils and beans, and healthy nuts and seeds. Lean proteins like fish, poultry, and plant-based options like tofu or tempeh can open up a whole new world of culinary adventure. Explore new recipes, new flavors, and rediscover the joy of food that genuinely makes you feel incredible. Community and support can also be key. Share your journey with a friend or family member. Make it a joint adventure to explore healthier eating habits together. And now, for that surprise I mentioned right at the beginning. You might think that cutting back on these specific meats means sacrificing flavor, feeling like you're missing out, or that healthy eating is inherently bland. But the beautiful, profound truth is this: when you start focusing on nourishing, wholesome foods, your taste buds actually change. They literally reawaken and recalibrate. You begin to appreciate the natural sweetness of roasted vegetables, the subtle complexities of herbs and spices, the delicate freshness of a truly good piece of fish or a perfectly ripe fruit. Your palate expands, and you discover a whole new universe of deliciousness that makes you feel incredible, inside and out. The surprise is not a magic pill or a secret ingredient, but rather the profound, delightful transformation of your own cravings and enjoyment of food, leading to a natural preference for what truly nourishes you. It's like discovering a secret garden of flavor and vitality right within yourself. A hidden path to feeling genuinely fantastic every single day. This isn't about forcing yourself to eat things you don't like. It's about discovering that the foods that are best for you are also the most satisfying and delicious in the long run. I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change you're ready to make after watching this video? Or perhaps you have a favorite healthy meat alternative or a healthy recipe you'd like to share. Drop a comment below. Your insights and experiences could genuinely inspire someone else in our wonderful community. If this conversation resonated with you, if you found value in what we've discussed today, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps us reach more people who could benefit from this important message. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We're here to bring you more practical, heartwarming advice to help you navigate this wonderful chapter of life with health, joy, and vigor. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to make choices that serve your highest good. You have the power to influence how you feel, how you move, and how brightly you shine. Live your best life at every age. You absolutely deserve it. Take care, and I look forward to our next chat.